Okay, now I'm going to read you actually a couple of humor pieces that are not science fictional. And I don't know if most of you know this. You can start rolling again. But back in the 1990s, I was actually an editor of a humor area on America Online. You might remember America Online as being the Google of the 90s. And so how many people here actually had America Online between like 1996 and 1998? It's okay, show of hands, it's a safe space, no judgment. So you sign on, and there would be the welcome screen, you've got mail, and there would be the triangle, which was the America Online symbol. And if you clicked on it, it would take you to an area that was never advertised. It was but it was a humor area there, and sometimes there would be a cartoon, and sometimes there would be a funny essay or something like that. That was the humor area of America Online. It was called Howdy, because on the welcome screen, howdy. And so I ran that for a couple of years, and while I was doing that, I also had a weekly column there. And so I decided it'd be kind of fun to unearth a couple of these columns that have literally been in a vault for like 15 years and to inflict them upon you because you're a captive audience. So one of them I updated slightly, but the other one I did not. So it is chock full of 90s references. So when that happens, just let it happen. Just let it wash over you. It's like, oh, the 90s. Such an innocent time. All we need is some Third Eye Blind. It will be awesome. If you were not born in or refuse to acknowledge the 90s, don't worry, it'll be over very quickly. So the first thing I'm going to read to you is actually a piece that I wrote about a pig roast that I attended, which seems sort of random, but I will tell you why I selected this. I'm on a very long book tour. It's about a 4-week book tour. And the first 4 places that I did my book tour were Houston and Austin, which are in Texas, and Chapel Hill and Raleigh, which are in North Carolina. And they are very, 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 very serious about their big barbecued of large mammals, particularly pigs. And not only are they very serious about their barbecue, but they also apparently have a rivalry going on. It's like the Red Sox and Yankees of barbecue. And so like I'm in Texas, and they're like, where are you going next? And I was like, well, I'm going to go to North Carolina. I gotta tell you, that thing that they call barbecue there, I don't know what that is. That's not barbecue, that's just humiliating a pig. And then you go to North Carolina, right? And you go, and then where have you just come from? I was like, I was just in Texas. Oh, Texas, they have that thing there they call barbecue. It's adorable. And I'm like, I grew up in Southern California, it's like we have In-N-Out Burger and we have Winchell's Donuts. This is an argument that I have no investment in. But they are very Highlander about it. There can be only one. You have to choose. And I want to say, it's like, I like both of your barbecue, and they're just like, you're a Yankee. So, in any event, so I figured that a discussion of the very first pig roast that I ever went to would go over pretty well in both of those states, and as it turns out I was correct. And so I'm going to read that to you now. So, last week I mentioned to a coworker of mine that I was going to attend a pig roast that weekend. This being the first time I'd been invited to one, I was unsure of what exactly was going to happen. My coworker, apparently a veteran of the pig roasting genre, was only too happy to fill in the details. It is the only way to cook a pig, he declared, negating thousands of years of bacon, pork chops, spam, and potted meat food product in a single imperious sweep. What you do is you take a pig, you stick a rod in it from mouth to tail, and then you cook it over an open pit for several hours. So, you even cook the head, I asked. Absolutely, he said. In fact, you can tear a chunk right off that pig's forehead and eat it while it's still cooking. That sounds disgusting, I said. Disgusting, he said, in appeared shocked. Man, that is the best part. I came away from this discussion with 2 thoughts. The first was simply the observation that there is a certain class of folk who seem drawn to eating the most disturbing parts of the animal. Pig forehead / orangutan lips / fish genitals. Man, that's the best part. While one can appreciate this in that sort of Native American use all parts of the animal sense, it's still a little unsettling. If God had truly meant man to think about the fact that he was eating pig forehead / orangutan lips / fish genitals, he would not have invented the hot dog. My second thought was that this pig roasting thing was going to be more complicated than I originally suspected. And indeed it is. The flame broiling of an entire mammal is not something to be taken lightly. You don't approach the task of cooking a whole pig like you would approach the task of cooking a hamburger. You can't just slap it on the grill, flip it over a couple of times, lay some cheese on top, accidentally drop it into the flaming briquettes, and end up trying to fill up on potato salad. No, there is some serious planning involved. So, here is what you need to cook an entire pig. Number one, the pig. This, no doubt, to the great displeasure of the pig itself. Our pig was neither one of those polyploidial monstrosities that show up at county fairs looking horrifyingly like the farmer that brought it, nor one of those cute toupee piglets that were so darn cute in Babe. This one was medium-sized, which in human terms is about the size of Macaulay Culkin or Labor Secretary Robert Reich. Take your 90s! Yeah, didn't lie. Our pig came without the head, which meant we had to forego the forehead gnawing portion of the day, but which also made it easier for most of us to get through the food preparation process without thinking of Wilbur from Charlotte's Web. Our pig was also spared the indignity of having a metal rod pinioning it through its anterior and posterior orifices. On the other hand, it was split right down the middle and halved like a red banana, so I don't suppose from the pig's point of view that this was any better. Number two, the cooking apparatus. Entire pigs are generally cooked over a pit, which is dug into the ground, filled with some sort of long-burning flammable object, charcoal briquettes, mesquite logs, Kenny G compact discs, and then set ablaze. For our pig roast, digging a hole in the ground was not practical, so we had a huge industrial-strength grill, large enough to grill a Ford Explorer if one were in the mood. The alternator? Man, that's the best part. Number three, the pig roasting guy. Unless you're itching for a family fun pack of trichinosis, you want the guy who's roasting your pig to have some experience. A pig roasting guy who comes from a long and proud line of pig roasters. Our pig roasting guy was JD, and his pig roasting skills were not in dispute. Every July 4th, JD would roast 3 entire pigs over a pit and invite most of the county over for a party. Pigs were known to run squealing if he came within 30 yards. JD came complete with seasonings, barbecue sauce, a dazzling array of electric utensils, but the most interesting things about JD were his gloves. Thick, black, galvanized rubber monsters, glistening with grease. Just the sort of thing you'd want to wear if you were handling high voltage wires or planning to strangle the mailman. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out what they were for until JD put them on, hopped over to the grill, grabbed the pig with both hands, and flipped the entire thing in one disturbingly graceful motion. This was the Greg Louganis of the pig roasting world. Once you have all of these things in place, the pig roasting pretty much takes care of itself. All you have to do is stand around with the other guys, drink beer, and every now and then nibble on the steaming hot chunk of flesh your pig roasting guy offers you in advance of the formal pig devouring. Each time you get an advanced pig chunk, you should chew appreciatively, gazing out into the distance as if lost in thought. Then turn to your pig roasting guy and say, "Now that's some damn fine pig." This is the standard response. Any deviation from the norm will cause your pig roasting guy to look at you with suspicion. The next time he offers you a pig chunk, it will probably come from some part of the pig you would have rather not have known about. Take it anyway, because man, that's the best part. Okay, that's that.